knowledge. Vakratunda Mahakaya Prabha Nirvignam Kurme Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Let's pray to our parents. Let's pray to all the gurus, the great masters, and the sages who have given us this great knowledge. Let's pray to our Kula Devata. Let's pray to our Ishta Devata. Let's pray to the Rashi Mandala, the Graha Mandala, and the Nakshatra Mandala. Pray and seek their blessings so that we are bestowed with this divine knowledge by which we can help ourselves and also the society. Thank you. So let's start the session and share the screen. So today is the 13th session. Till now, we have learned the Karakatvas of the planets from Sun to Saturn. Today, we are going to understand about the characteristics of Rahu and Ketu. So, when you talk about Rahu and Ketu, they are known as Chaya Grahas, or they're also known to churn the ocean. That is, they made an alliance actually to churn the ocean to obtain nectar. Nectar is Amrita. Amrita means that when consumed, you will not die. You will not. They churned the
Probably network issue. She'll probably join back. Let's wait.
let me 1 second, please.
Your voice was breaking, madam. I think your network was an issue.
Okay, you are able to hear now?
Yeah, yeah. Now we are able to hear.
Okay, okay. So pin it. 1 second. కొంచెం క్లిక్ చేయమని చేసుకుంటాం
మేడం మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉండరు. We are not able to hear you, madam.
Okay. So I was just narrating the story where the
Sorry, madam. Still voice not able to hear you.
I don't know why it's getting disconnected again and again.
అదేమో నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూ ఉండే మేము from your side.
Mostly it might be due to the network. Yeah. Yeah, I'll continue with the story. So we are learning about Rahu and Ketu, and there is so much of disturbance. That is the characteristics of Rahu and Ketu. To create confusion is one of the characteristics of Rahu. So that is clearly evident today. So let's pray to Rahu that there should not be any other disturbance or confusion. Yeah. So let me continue with the story. I hope now I'll be able to complete it. Yeah. So once what happens after that Amrita, the divine nectar is obtained, both the Asuras and the gods, they start fighting among themselves for that Amrita, the pot of Amrita. But the gods know that this cannot be shared with the Asuras. Because if you share it with the Asuras, they will become invincible. You cannot kill them at all. And it will become impossible if Asuras become invincible. So, what happens? Lord Vishnu, he's very diplomatic and intelligent. He takes the form of a beautiful lady, and that is Mohini. And he makes both the Asuras and the Devatas to sit in two different lines, and he starts distributing the Amrita. So, what he does is he distributes the Amrita to the Devatas. To the Asuras, he will not be distributing Amrita. This is known by one Asura by the name of Swarabhanu. He's very intelligent. He sees this deceit of Lord Mahavishnu, or he knows it as Maya. I mean, Mohini. He doesn't know that it is Lord Mahavishnu. He just sees her as Mohini, and he knows that the Devatas are, and he sits on the side of the Asuras. And when that Amrita is distributed, he takes it and consumes it. When he consumes it, at the time of his consumption, both the sun and the moon, they find out that it is an Asura who is sitting in disguise as a Devata among them. And they inform this to Lord Mahavishnu, that is to the Mohini. Immediately, Lord cuts his head with his Sudarshana Chakra. But since he has already consumed that Amrita, he has become immortal. He cannot be killed. So, when his body is cut into two portions, the head portion becomes Rahu and the body portion becomes the Ketu. So, one thing is, since he has already consumed Amrita, he cannot be killed, but the Amrita will also give him a little bit of divine quality. So, this is how, since their head is severed due to the information given by sun and moon, they treat sun and moon as their greatest enemy. And every time they want to, during eclipse is always caused either by Rahu or Ketu. Rahu tries to swallow the sun or the moon, or it is either Ketu or Rahu, they try to create a grahana. But since Rahu doesn't have a head, though he tries to swallow it, sun or the moon, they come out of that grahana, the eclipse. That's why they always treat sun and moon as their enemy. So this is the story of how Rahu and Ketu came into existence. This is the mythological story. So this is a symbol. Each planet has a symbol, right? So this is the symbol for Rahu and this is the symbol for Ketu. Now, if you just remember the second or third session where I spoke about the ecliptic, this is the image that I showed you. See, this is the ecliptic. This yellow colored circle, Earth is at the center, and this is the celestial sphere. And this yellow colored circle is the apparent path of the sun. That is the path of the sun around the Earth. You have to remember that. And 9 degrees above and 9 degrees below. Total of 18 degrees is the zodiac belt. So, when you take the same, that yellow color circle which I showed in the last slide, this is the path of the sun. And if you take this circle, this is the path of the moon. So, wherever the path of the sun and moon intersect, that point is known as, the intersection points is known as Rahu and Ketu. So, Rahu and Ketu are mathematical points, we can say. They are not physical entities. They do not have a physical body. So, wherever the intersection happens between the orbit of the sun and the orbit of the moon, that points are known as Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is also known as north node and Ketu is known as the south node. So, this is the astronomical explanation about Rahu and Ketu. Now, coming to Rahu, he represents the Varaha Avatara of Mahavishnu. Birthday is Parthiva Samvatsara Bhadrapada Masa Shukla Paurnami. And Gotra is Paitinasa. Wives are Simhi. His vehicle is a black lion and the number indicated by Rahu is 4. Bijakshri mantra is Om, Bhram, Bhreem, Braum, Sah Rahave Namaha. Now, when you talk about Ketu, he indicates the Matsya Avatara of Lord Mahavishnu. His birthday is in Kilaka Samvatsara Margashira Masa Amavasya. And Gotra is Jaimini. Wife's name is Chitraleka. Number indicated by Ketu is 7. He is known as Moksha Karaka. So, the mantra for Ketu is Om, Stram, Stream, Strom, Saha Ketave Namaha. Now, when you talk about Rahu and Ketu, Rahu represents all the material things. He is full of mischief. He is the one who creates fear. He is the one who induces fear in an individual. Then he is the Karaka for dissatisfaction, obsession when you're obsessed with something, that is the karakatva of Rahu, obsession and confusion. Obsession as well as confusion. Wherever the influence of Rahu is there, there'll be a lot of confusions. That is his characteristics or trait. He has the capacity to create chaos or confusion wherever he is present. Both of them, Rahu and Ketu, they do not have any physical shape. They are imaginary points in the sky. When I spoke about the story, when I spoke how they came into existence, that story itself indicates certain characteristics of Rahu. Like, for example, see, he's very intelligent. When all the asuras, they could not find out the deception of Lord Mahavishnu, he was the one who could see the deception or how they were being deceived. So he's highly intelligent and he can change his form. He took the form of Devatas and he sat in the line which was meant for the Devatas. And he's very good at tricking and very good at manipulation. And they are karmic planets. We are going to study about Rahu and Ketu in detail. So all the temptations, the worldly temptations which an individual has is ruled by Rahu. So Rahu indicates all our temptations, all the worldly things, all material things, obsessions, confusions. And Rahu is a planet, who is never satisfied with small things. He always opts for a lion's share. He wants the maximum out of everything. He wants the maximum. He is never satisfied with small things. And he is a warrior. Warrior means a fighter. That's why people who have the influence of Rahu, whenever it is present, they'll have this quarreling tendency and a quarreling type of a mentality they'll be having. And Rahu is not concerned with ethics. He's not bothered about ethics. For him, he's not worried about what is wrong, what is right. Principles, morals, and ethics are not for Rahu. He wants something, he'll get it by hook or crook. He is not worried about the method or the route to achieve the goal. He wants something, he'll get it. That's it. He is very obsessed. So obsession is also a characteristics of Rahu. And he's a planet which is very tricky. He loves all the worldly riches, all the possessions, and he wants to possess all the material things, and he wants all the latest things, the best things. For example, if you want to buy a phone, he'll never be satisfied with some small kind of phone. He wants the best. If you take, for example, iPhone, in that he wants the best, the latest model. That is the nature of Rahu. In everything, all the worldly things, he wants the best. And he is a rebel. He loves breaking all rules. He has no boundaries. He doesn't believe in boundaries. He loves to break all kinds of rules. And people who rebel are highly influenced by Rahu. And when you look at your horoscope, wherever Rahu is posited, that will, the sign in which he is posited, in that area, you'll have a lot of obsession, or you would want the best in that area of life, we can say. You'll have desires relating to that sign. So if you see, Rahu represents the head of the snake. So in the head of the snake itself, you find poison in its mouth, right? That's why Rahu indicates poison, whereas Ketu is the tail of the snake. So when you talk about a tail, it always ties up. So Ketu ties up things, whereas Rahu, it bites. And it is a planet which is never satisfied. See, when you're hungry, what do? You eat food. And when your stomach is full, you feel very satisfied. But When you talk about Rahu, it is only the head which is there. It doesn't have a stomach. So how much ever it consumes, it doesn't get a feeling of satisfaction. That's why it always wants more and more and more. So it indicates all the material things, whereas Ketu indicates all the spiritual things. And when we talk about speech, Rahu indicates harsh speech. He's a liar. He can make people to lie. He's a tamasic planet, highly materialistic, highly desire. He's got a lot of desires, worldly desires, we can say. And he loves to have a lot of fame. He's greedy, and he's obsessed, manipulative, tricky, a planet which can give you a lot of diseases. But if Rahu is very well placed in your horoscope, then it can give you power and authority to rise to great levels in your profession or in your business. So in this materialistic world, a little bit of Rahu's influence is required to become successful. So most of the famous people will be having a strong Rahu in their horoscope. And if well placed, and even the politicians, they'll be having a strong Rahu in their horoscope. Because when I talk about the qualities of, Rahu, that very well resonates with the political world. And if he is well placed, he can give you very good fame, name, wealth. Sudden wealth is the blessing of Rahu. Then success, power, and you'll be able to fulfill all your desires, even your deepest desires, material desires, you can fulfill if Rahu is well placed in your horoscope. And he'll take you to great heights. Materialistically, you will reach the heights. But if he is not well posited, if Rahu is weak in the horoscope and he's not well posited, then there can be financial losses, then hardships in career, in education, in childbirth, and it can induce fear in your, it can induce fear in an individual. He can make you very anxious, tensed. Then person will also have suicidal tendencies. Okay, so many people who attempt these suicides, they'll have this ill-placed Rahu and health problems. Even that is due to the wrong placement of Rahu. Now, when you talk about Ketu, we had talked simultaneously, Rahu and Ketu, they go hand in hand because it's the same body, two different portions. So, whenever we talk about Rahu, we talk about Ketu also. Now, Ketu represents just the opposite characteristics, we can say. When Rahu is completely materialistic, Ketu is completely spiritual. So, Rahu is like attachment. Ketu is detachment. Rahu is obsessed with the things, he wants to possess everything. Whereas Ketu is detached, he wants to leave away everything. That is the mentality of Ketu. He represents spirituality. And Ketu gives a tendency towards liberation. A person who has got a strong Ketu in the horoscope, he will want to move towards liberation or moksha. And they'll have a mastery over some kind of mysterious or secret knowledge. That is the power of Ketu. Detachment, mantra sadhana, mystery, all these are the characteristics of Ketu. So both Rahu and Ketu, one thing common is they'll give sudden unexpected results. People who are having a strong Ketu will also have great healing powers. That is also there. They'll have a lot of healing powers. So if he's well placed in your horoscope, he'll give you a lot of wisdom. Then intuition. That is also one of the qualities of Ketu. Intuition. Intuition means you'll have a strong feeling that something is going to happen. What is going to happen? That you will know beforehand. That is intuition. And spiritual tendency will be there. You'll want to detach yourself from the world and move towards liberation. But if Ketu is not well posited, then what will happen? It can give depression, worries, anxiety, arrogance, jealousy, suspicious nature. All this also can be due to the influence of Ketu. So then people who have a strong Ketu in the horoscope, they are very, very detached, and their kind of enlightenment will be there within them. Whereas Rahu is struck towards materialism, worldly comforts, Ketu is very much detached. He believes in a kind of service to mankind. And they believe in the concept of simple living, high thinking. You might have seen many people, who will be very rich, but they'll not be very much interested in indulging in any of the materialistic comforts. They lead a very, very simple life. Though they are very rich, they live a very simple life. These are the people who have a strong Ketu in their horoscope. They'll not be attached to material things. They believe in simple living, and they'll try to help others without expecting anything in return. So these are the people, despite having all the luxuries, they like to lead a simple life. And anything big is Rahu. Anything small is Ketu. Because wherever Rahu is posited, he has the tendency of expanding it. When I spoke about Jupiter also, Jupiter had this tendency of expanding it. But Rahu is much more faster. He is like not more than expanding, he'll create an explosion. That much of sudden expansion will happen due to the Rahu's influence. Whereas Ketu is contraction, scarcity, shortfall, all are the qualities of Ketu. Abundance is given by Rahu. So as I said, if Rahu is well posted in your horoscope, he can give you lot of wealth, lot of material comforts, luxuries, good name, fame, all that can be given by Rahu. So the upper parts of your body are represented by Rahu, whereas the lower parts of your body are represented by Ketu. Even when you take a tree, the upper part of the tree is Rahu, whereas Ketu is that which goes below the ground. So the roots, it goes deep into the soil, right? That is Ketu. So people, Ketu gives you a strong kind of a research mentality. You go deep into anything. Whatever you choose, you tend to go very deep. Even you give them some situation in life or you give them a problem, they go really deep into it. So they are very good in research. So everything illegal, unethical is ruled by Rahu, whether it's any kind of scam or gambling, horse race, or anything illegal. That is the um, Karakatva of Rahu. Whereas everything legal and ethical is Ketu. If you are settling a dispute legally through court, then that is Ketu. In illegal methods, unethical methods, you are doing something, that is Rahu. So Rahu has got the capacity to create physical damage. Physical damage means he can give pain to the body, he can give you sickness. Sometimes, the kind of sickness given by Rahu is very mysterious. It is impossible to diagnose it. See, a person might be undergoing a lot of pains or some kind of sickness, but when you take them to the doctor and you do a lot of tests, even the doctor will not be able to diagnose what is wrong with that person. If you take an x-ray or a scan, everything will be normal, but the person will be experiencing some kind of pain or sickness. That is due to the influence of Rahu. So Rahu, whatever disease he gives, it is very difficult to diagnose. So And if Jupiter and Rahu are together in the horoscope, the person may face lot of illness, because Jupiter is Jiva Karaka and Rahu will give you a lot of pains and illness. Whereas Ketu will not cause physical damage, he'll cause mental damage. That means mental stress. Lot of mental stress can be given by Ketu. For example, if in a person's horoscope, if Moon and Ketu are together, that person, Moon means it's Matrukaraka, right? He represents the mother. He's also Manokaraka. It also represents the mind of the individual. If Ketu is connected to Moon, then the native is separated from the mother, will be detached from the mother, or he'll be having a detached kind of a mentality, or he'll have mental stress. So, Rahu will give you physical pain, whereas Ketu will give you mental stress. See, you cannot take them to be negative planets. They are karmic planets. Every planet you have to understand, whenever you're undergoing something, some problems, you should not blame the planets. You should understand that they're all karmic planets. That means according to your karmas, they have been assigned certain roles and they are just fulfilling their duties. They're carrying out their roles in a perfect manner. See, in a movie, people will be given different roles. A person will be a hero, a person will be given the role of a villain, a person will be given the role of a helper. So, like this, the roles are distributed among different individuals. That might not be their true nature, but that roles are given in the movie. In the same way, according to our karmas, these planets are given certain roles and they perform these roles so that we evolve and become better human beings. So we should not blame the planets. Whatever we are experiencing in this lifetime is only due to our actions, due to our past life karmas, that we had to understand. When you learn astrology, how these planets are speaking to you, what they're trying to indicate. So that is one of the benefit of learning astrology. Now, Rahu has got the capacity to create fear. He can create fear and illusion. Excuse me. Illusion means Maya. It will not be there in reality, but you will feel that it is there. That is due to the influence of Rahu. Fear, worries, illusion, and people, if there is a weak Rahu in the horoscope, they can come under the influence of black magic also. Even that can happen sometimes. Ketu creates detachment in an individual. He'll not be attached to anything. Wherever Ketu is connected to whichever planet, from that Karakatvas, he'll be detached. And one of the main characteristics of Ketu is he's a fault finder. So people who have a strong Ketu, they'll always be finding fault in something or the other. They are the best critics, we can say. So you tell them something, they'll only come up with the faults in that theory, or they'll only be talking about the negativities in it, or they'll be asking a lot of questions. Why is it like this? Why is it like that? So always suspicious, always asking questions, always finding faults. That's the quality of Ketu. So Rahu is a greedy. He indicates that nature of greediness. He wants more and more and more. The desires are endless. You fulfill one desire, immediately 10 more desires arise in the individual. You fulfill that, 10 more desires will arise. So it's a never ending list of desires. That quality is given by, that's the quality of Rahu. Whereas Ketu, he has no desires at all, no wantings. He's not interested in anything. He is detached, so he's not interested in anything. Rahu indicates your paternal grandfather. That means your father's father or your ancestors. Whereas Ketu indicates your maternal grandfather. Maternal means your mother's father. Okay. So Rahu is giving the qualities of a liar, cheating, and manipulations. Ketu, there's no great planning, but it can cause a lot of irritation. So they act in different ways, both of them act exactly in the opposite ways, and both of them can create a kind of stress to an individual. Now Rahu represents the Muslim community, Ketu represents Christians. See, this is used for remedial measures, nothing else. When I talk about Muslims and Christians, I am just meaning that when you had to do the remedies relating to Rahu or Ketu, this point will help you. And foreign affairs, abroad travel, see, both of them give good things as well as negative things. If you want to go abroad, you should have a strong Rahu in your horoscope, because Rahu is the one who gives you foreign travel, staying abroad, or permanent settlement in foreign lands is due to the blessing of Rahu. And Ketu, he'll take you to pilgrimage places, to all the Punya Kshetras. That is the quality of Ketu. Temples, ashrams, mutts, pilgrimage places are all represented by Ketu. And Rahu is a Kantaka. Kantaka Karaka means he can cause danger. Dangerous situations can arise due to the influence of Rahu in your life. Whereas Ketu causes suffocation. See, Ketu is the tail of the snake. So what happens? The tail always, if you have seen a snake, it just wraps itself around a person's, a thing or a person or whatever. So that will create suffocation. So Ketu has the tendency, it ties up things. So whenever things are tied up, you feel a kind of suffocation. Just imagine if somebody ties you tightly with a rope, you feel very suffocated. You feel helpless. That's the kind of feeling Ketu will give you. Whereas Rahu can lead you to dangerous situation. He indicates danger. And rowdyism, use of abusive language. See, people who have a tendency of using very bad language, they use abusive language, or they'll talk, rowdyism will be there. They'll talk very harshly. That is the quality of Rahu. Corruption, smuggling, overconfidence. Confidence is Sun. Overconfidence is Rahu. Rahu will give you a lot of overconfidence because it's a planet of illusion. It a kind of Maya around yourself. You will the reality, and what is Maya? You will not overconfidence. Whereas Ketu can lead to disputes, litigation, separation. So, to whichever planet Ketu is connected, there'll be some kind of relationship problem with the person represented by that planet. For example, if Venus Ketu is there, what will happen? Venus is wife or child, you can say. Ketu means separation. You'll either be physically, that is far away from your wife, or mentally you'll be separated from that individual. So whichever planet is connected to Ketu, there'll be a separation with that person. Whereas Rahu, there'll be over attachment. If Venus Rahu is there, you'll be very, very attached to your wife. If Moon Rahu is there, you'll be very attached to your mother. If Moon Ketu is there, you'll be detached from your mother. So whichever planet is connected with Ketu or Rahu, either there'll be over attachment or there'll be detachment. Then he represents all poisonous substance, because Rahu is the head of the snake. The poison is in the mouth, right? So it's in the head portion. So all the poisonous things are represented by Rahu. And chemicals, fertilizers, paints, alcohol, and alcoholic drinks, even that is the Karakatva of Rahu. So all big openings are also Rahu. So everything big, whatever, contrasting qualities they'll have. So everything big is Rahu. Things that are small are Ketu. So here Ketu represents thread. See, anything thin, long, narrow is Ketu. So thread, that is the exact depiction of Ketu. It is thin, long, right? So thread, ropes, wires, pipes, tubes, needles, sewing machines, all this is the Karakatva of Ketu. So any item you take, if it is thin, long or narrow, it is the Karakatva of Ketu. If it is big, it is the Karakatva of Rahu. So net, because see, it entangles you. Ketu entangles you. That's why net is used for what? To catch fish or to catch something, you use a net. So net is also the Karakatva of Ketu. Flag, the roots of trees, small openings. These are Ketu's Karakatvas. So anything technical, research oriented, people who have whether it is Rahu or Ketu, they'll be good in research. And all IT development is also due to Rahu. So research, X-ray, Xerox, electronics, photography. See, photography is also an illusion, right? You take a photo of an individual, that person is not present, but you can see them in the photo. So that's a kind of a Maya or an illusion. So that is the Karakatva of Rahu. Whereas Ketu is Wi-Fi. See, you have no wires, but the connectivity is there. That is the influence of Ketu. That's why intuition is also the Karakatva of Ketu. Astrology. So if in an individual, Saturn Ketu combination is there, they can become very good astrologer. Saturn indicates your profession. Ketu is astrology. So if you're having a combination of Saturn Ketu in your horoscope, then you can become a very good astrologer, or you can take astrology as your profession. Now, if you talk about the gender, Rahu is female, whereas Ketu is male. And I said Rahu is all about expansions. Ketu is all about contractions. So in whichever sign Rahu is posited, that part, as per the Kala Purusha, will be big, or there will be some kind of defect in that organ. So example, if Rahu is in Karkataka, Karkataka Rashi represents the heart of the Kala Purusha. So there will be heart enlargement. So it's a possibility. I'm not saying that 100% it will be there. It's a possibility. Ketu is just the opposite. And mosquitoes are, Rahu represents mosquitoes. See, mosquito, it will suck your blood, right? So that is one of the Karakatvas of Rahu. And virus, all these viruses, we cannot see virus, but when it enters into your body, it multiplies and it creates a havoc. So all kinds of viruses are the influence of Rahu. Ketu is bedbugs. Then, so basically Rahu represents bad company, outsiders and low caste people. For example, if Jupiter is associated with Rahu, then such natives, if they associate with Muslims or lower caste people, it will act as a remedy. When I spoke that Rahu is represents the Muslim community, whereas Ketu represents the Christian community, this is used as a remedy, I said. So Jupiter and Rahu, when combination is there, such people may undergo some kind of illness. But if they associate themselves with low caste people or Muslims, that will act as a remedy. See, whenever a certain combination is there in the horoscope, it will have both positive as well as negative implication. If you are able to activate the positive qualities, the negative things will not work. That is known as alignment of the planets. So here, Ketu represents outsiders. Both Rahu and Ketu represents outsiders. Rahu represents low caste people, whereas Ketu represents the upper caste people. That is the difference. See, priests are all represented by Ketu. And sudden rise or sudden fall is due to Rahu. Sometimes, during Rahu Dasha, there'll be sudden rise or sudden fall. Materialistically, I'm saying. The same thing when it comes to Ketu, the rise or fall will be gradual. Now, when we are talking about the parts in your body, large intestine is due to Rahu, large intestine, the mouth, the openings of the nostrils, all this is Rahu. Whereas the small intestine and the anus, see, anus is the small opening, whereas mouth is the big opening. So mouth is represented by Rahu, the anus is represented by Ketu. So all big openings are Rahu. And the small openings, whether it's in the body, in the house, or anywhere, the small openings are Ketu, the big openings are Rahu. Behaves like Saturn. That's why he's known as Shanivat Rahu. Whereas Ketu behaves like Kuja. He behaves like Mars. That's why it's known as Kujavat Ketu. Shanivat Rahu, Kujavat Ketu. So this is how they behave. So Rahu indicates beginnings. Rahu indicates beginnings, whereas Ketu indicates the end of things. Because all initiatives, the beginning of things is due to ambition. And whenever that ambition is given, that ambition is mostly given by Rahu. So Rahu indicates beginnings, whereas Ketu indicates the end. So Rahu Rahu, it cuts, whereas them cause some kind of pain or some kind of misery, but the way in which they behave or the way in which they work is completely different. Rahu cuts, whereas Ketu ties up. That is the difference. So even when you are cut, you feel the pain. When you are tied up, you feel suffocated. So both of them create a kind of pain or misery. So Rahu causes expansion, and it will also cause undiagnosable illness in the body. That is one thing about Rahu, because you cannot detect it at all. It's, see, Rahu or Ketu, they do not have a physical body. So whatever disease Rahu gives, it is highly undiagnosable. Whereas Ketu will create a kind of blockage in the body. So this is how they work. Fake duplication is the karaka of Rahu. Ketu, real. Theft. See, if some theft has happened, if Rahu is involved, the theft will not even be known. It will happen so smoothly that you will not even know that the theft has happened. But if Ketu's involvement is there, the theft will become very obvious. Rahu is Vayu Tattva. Because I said Shanivat Rahu. Shani also represents Vayu. That's why Rahu is also representing Vayu, Vayu Tattva. Whereas Ketu is like Kuja. Kuja represents the fire, Agni Tattva. That's why Ketu is also Agni Tattva. So if you see at what time these planets are very powerful. See, from sunset to midnight. From sunset to midnight, Rahu is very powerful. From midnight to sunrise, Ketu is very powerful. That's why when I told a tip in the last class regarding the celebration of birthday, I said you should not cut the cake during midnight, because during that time you have the influence of Rahu or Ketu. So you are cutting it in the wrong time. You're making a celebration at the time when malefics are very powerful, are malefic planets. Stripes. If you see the design element of Rahu, stripes. People who have a strong Rahu usually like to wear stripes, wear a striped shirt or whatever, they like to wear stripes. And Ketu, it is checks. So people who have got a strong influence of Ketu, they'll naturally be attracted to selecting a design which has got a lot of checks. So this is stripes, this is checks, because net is also represented by Ketu. So checks. And lose something, people who have got, for example, Venus Rahu in the horoscope. Venus means clothes. Rahu means they like to wear loose clothes. They don't like to wear tight clothes. They like to wear loose clothes. Whereas if they're having Venus Ketu, Venus represents clothes. Ketu means tight. Such people, they like to wear tight clothes. See, if you know astrology and you use the Karakatvas in studying people, you can very easily make out what is the dominant character of the individual. If they love to wear loose clothes, you can very well say Rahu is very influential over there. If they are wearing tight clothes, it is Ketu. So the kind of food that you eat, the kind of clothes that you wear, your behavior, your mentality, everything you can come to know if you have an idea of astrology, and if you know how to study the character of the planet and their placement, what they're trying to tell. If you're able to understand, it reveals a lot about an individual. So if you're taking the portfolio of Rahu and Ketu, Rahu represents outsiders, foreigners, low caste people. Ketu also represents outsiders, and he represents sannyasis. Then relationship, paternal grandfather is Rahu, maternal grandparents are Ketu. Tattva, Vayu Tattva is Rahu, Agni Tattva is Ketu. And if you're taking their guna, triguna, both of them are tamasic in nature. Okay? Color, black or ash color. That's the color of Rahu. Multicolored, a mix of colors, that is Ketu. Metal is graphite or black lead. This is mica. And Navaratna is Gomedika. And here it is cat's eye. Cat's eye means Vaiduria. That is Ketu. Navadanya, if you take, Urad dal is Rahu. Horse gram is Ketu. Horse gram means Urli, or in Telugu it is known as Ululu. Taste is sour for both of them. Direction is southwest for Rahu, northeast for Ketu. And coming to the aspect, they have got special aspects. See, all the planets have the seventh aspect and some special aspect. For Rahu and Ketu, they too have aspects. It's the second, fifth, and ninth aspect. Both of them, Rahu and Ketu, they have second, fifth, and ninth aspect. But there's a difference in the way you look at the aspect. When you're talking about the aspects of other planets, from the planet, you count in clockwise direction. But for Rahu and Ketu, since they move in the anti-clockwise direction, that is in the reverse direction, or retrograde motion, their movement is always reverse or backwards or anti-clockwise. That's why for Rahu and Ketu, the aspect also will be anti-clockwise. From their position in the anti-clockwise direction, second, fifth, and ninth house. They do not have the seventh aspect. So, when we talk about the body parts ruled by Rahu and Ketu, large intestine is Rahu, small intestine is Ketu, mouth, lips, rectum is Rahu, anus is Ketu, nails, hair. See, hair also is thin, long. So anything thin and long is Ketu. So hair, mustache is all Ketu. Then diseases, what is the kind of disease which Rahu can give? Leprosy, suicidal tendency, body pains. You'll have pains, but you'll not know the reason for it. That is Rahu. Sudden death, murder, accidents, snake bite. All this is due to Rahu. Whereas Ketu, see, homosexuality, even this is unconventional. Rahu is a planet which is not conventional. He always is different. He doesn't go with the crowd. He does something different. He likes to break all boundaries. He likes to break all traditions, conventions, and he is a person who has got a rebellious nature. He wants to be a rebel. He is a rebel. That's why homosexuality. Then Ketu gives smallpox, itches and sores, piles, cancer, viral fever is all due to Ketu. Then the household articles that are ruled by Rahu and Ketu, vessels, if you see the big vessels in your house are all represented by Rahu, represents the big vessels. The TV, umbrella, electronic items, all your electronic items are ruled by Rahu. That's why, see, if you the latest items or all your electronic items, that is IT, computers, then your mobiles, everything that is electronic is ruled by Rahu. See, Rahu also talks about addictions. All the addictions are due to Rahu. For example, see, even your social media is also Rahu. That's why if you open either Instagram or Facebook, you might think, I'll just have a look at it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But you won't even realize you'll be sitting and scrolling for hours together. So that's the kind of addiction which Rahu will give. Social media, your mobile, everything is the Karakatva of Rahu. Then Ketu indicates rope, chains, thread, swing, wires, sewing machine, cradle, all this Ketu. So basically, any item that is thin, long, narrow is Ketu, or anything that swings. See, because Ketu is the tail. If you see the tail of a dog, it will be waving, right? Swinging. I mean, it will wave its tail, right? A dog, in the same way, anything that waves or that moves is Ketu. Animals and birds, snakes, lizards, all kind of reptiles, owls, bees is Rahu. Whereas serpents, dogs, rats, squirrels, fish, cuckoo, all these are Ketu. Places, snake holes, obviously because Rahu is a snake holes, ant hills, graveyards, tombs, caves, Durga temple, mosques, gurudwaras. That is ruled by Rahu. So, tunnels, Vinayaka temple, because Vinayaka temple means the Devata for Ketu is Lord Ganesha, whereas the Devata for Rahu is Durga. It is only Durga who can control the ill effect of Rahu. And it is only Ganesha who can remove the obstacles created by Ketu, because Ganesha is the Adidevata for Ketu. Ketu will create obstacles, blockages. That's why, see, whenever you are starting something new, they say you should pray to Lord Ganesha, because Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. Okay, so Vinayaka temple is Ketu. Then Buddhist temple, because see, there are a lot of monks. They would have renounced the world and they would have gone and joined that monastery. Churches, see, even in the church, what you see Jesus Christ who is crucified. He's undergoing a lot of pain. So again, there's the detachment. That's why churches are ruled by Ketu. Jain puja room. In your house, puja room Ketu is ruling. Jain temples, why? Because if you see the tradition, and they're all, if you see, they're very, very simple. The monks, they very much believe in detachment. And slippers, they shave their head, they just wear that white colored cloth. So they completely represent simplicity and detachment. That's why Ketu is really have a strong Rahu in your horoscope. You can become a very good photo import business. You can do any foreign trade, language.
Again, I think there was some network issue, madam.
Yeah. I think there's some network issue, is disconnecting again and again. So if you're seeing, you're talking about the Karakatvas of Rahu and Ketu, see how much of disturbance is happening. It's a live example of the influence of Rahu. It will create confusion. Ketu is obstacle. So you are seeing the influence of both Rahu and Ketu. Most of the sessions, whenever I'm talking about Rahu and Ketu, these things happen. There'll be either some kind of obstruction, some kind of disturbance. It will be there. I have been observing it. So in this session also, we are seeing a lot of disturbance. And again, the internet is getting disconnected. So that is the influence of Ketu. Okay, it's a practical live example for you to see the working of Rahu and Ketu. So when you're talking about the profession of profession where Ketu is strong, they can become priests, lawyers, or saints. So the Tridosha for Rahu is Vata, for Ketu it is Pitta. Caste, Muslim, and Sikhs is represented by Rahu. Christian, Buddhist, and Jains are Ketu. Gender is female. Ketu it is male. The deity is goddesses Durga. For Ketu it is Lord Ganesha. So Parayana for Rahu, which is best, is Durga Kaucham. Any shloka that is related to Durga. You can recite Durga Saptashati, Durga Kaucham, Devi Kadkamala, anything that is connected to Durga Devi, you can recite. For Ketu, anything related to Lord Ganesha. Ganesha Stotram, Ganesha slokas, anything you can recite. So transit period in each Rashi, so they are slow moving planets. They stay in a Rashi for 18 months or 1.5 years. And you have to see their movement, you have to understand it will always be anti-clockwise. When all the planets are moving clockwise, Rahu and Ketu move anti-clockwise. Okay? So So, some more information about Rahu. Anything glittering, anything shining is the Karakatva of Rahu. See, if you have a strong Rahu in your horoscope, naturally you'll be attracted to things that are shining or glittering. I'm not talking bad about any community, but when you talk about Muslims who are represented by Rahu, usually you see they like to wear dresses or clothing that are usually glittering or shining. That is see, whether you want it or not, the planets will influence you to behave in a certain manner. And Muslim community is represented by Rahu. So they usually like to wear something very glittering. Or normal people also, if you see, they will like to choose things that are glittering if they have a strong influence of Rahu. But Rahu is a giver. One thing you have to understand, he is a giver. If he wants to give you, he will give you like what you say, chappad paad they say, na? Like that. There'll be a sudden rise in your financial status, abundance. He'll give you like anything. Wealth, he'll give you like anything. Then artificial. Anything that is artificial is Rahu. So, any artificial item, if you see, that is Rahu. Very noisy. Even the kind of worship, if you see this devatas, like whether it is Kali, Mariamma, or these Grama devatas, the worship is very noisy. If you see, they'll have loud music, a lot of dance over there, and the kind of worship is different over there. That is Rahu. Okay, any worship with noise is Rahu. Money lending, they'll be into money lending profession if you have a strong Rahu in your horoscope. Then tantric and mantric pujas, that is also due to the effect of Rahu. Any disease that cannot be diagnosed even when an X-ray is done or a scan is done, that is the influence of Rahu. You have to understand that. Sudden wealth is given by Rahu. You can win a lottery, or you can win in a horse race, or in shares you might make a lot of money. Anything sudden, that is Rahu. And the main thing about Rahu is he is just interested in the goal. He wants something, he wants it. He's not bothered about the methods that are employed to get it. It's no morals. By hook or crook, he'll get what he wants. Then Unani medicine, that is Muslims, they follow a kind of medicine system, Unani medicine. So many a times, if they are having a disease which cannot be diagnosed, if they go to a Muslim doctor or a person who is following this medicine, then the disease will be cured. So keyword for Rahu is Maya, illusion, and materialistic. So if you are having a materialistic tendency, that is Rahu. Okay. Now coming to Ketu, all the minute nerves in your body, all the minute nerves, the big, I'm not talking about big things, it's the minute nerves in the body are Ketu. And any disease that can be known by putting a tube inside the body, for example, endoscopy. If you are able to diagnose something by putting a tube into your body, that is due to Ketu. Then he's a taker, whereas Rahu gives, Ketu takes, because he leads you to the path of moksha. Only when everything is taken away from you, then only you'll have that detached feeling, and that is the time when you move towards moksha. So he's a taker. Court is a place ruled by Ketu. Stitching and weaving places. Okay. So a tailor, a boutique, it's all ruled by Ketu. Ketu represents Siddha medicine. So there are different ways of treating, homeopathy is there, allopathy is there, the Unani medicine is there, then Siddha is there, Ayurveda is there. So Ketu represents the Siddha medicine. Virakti, the feeling of you have no interest towards anything. You are completely detached. That is the kind of feeling which Ketu will give you virakti. You don't feel that you want anything. You are detached by everything. That is the kind of tendency which Ketu will give. So when Rahu tells about Maya and materialistic things, Ketu, the keyword is separation and inwards. You become more introspective. Rahu is an extrovert. The whole attention is towards the outer world. How I can obtain these material things? How can I enjoy the pleasures of life? That is where the attention of Rahu is. Whereas Ketu, it is introspection. You are detached from the whole world. You are concerned only with yourself and you are doing an introspection. That's why meditation, yoga is all the quality of Ketu. Chanting of mantras, even that is Ketu. Any puja done without noise. See, meditation, you don't do any noise, you don't even speak, you just close your eyes and you are alone. You are detached from the whole world. That is Ketu. So any puja that is done with lot of noise, beating of drums, dancing, loud music, that is Rahu. Anything, any puja that is done without noise, that is Ketu. So there's a clear difference. Both of them act in different ways. So coming to the aspects of Rahu and Ketu, let's see how we look at the aspects. As I said, Rahu and Ketu, they move in anti-clockwise direction. So even the aspect, you have to count in anti-clockwise direction. For example, see, Rahu is posted over here. Both Rahu and Ketu, they have three aspects, 2, 5 and 9. So from Rahu, when you're seeing, count from Rahu the position. He look at the second house, the fifth house and the ninth house. So the count will be in the anti-clockwise direction because the count is always in the anti-clockwise direction because they also move in the anti-clockwise direction. The count should always be in the reverse direction only. It's the same for Rahu as well as Ketu. One second, please. See, here Ketu, when you count, Ketu looks at the second house, the fifth house, and the ninth house. So you're counting in the reverse direction. That is how you see at the aspect of both Rahu and Ketu. So let's take a example chart and see how you count. Rahu is in Mithuna Rashi. So Rahu has got three aspects. Second aspect, the fifth aspect, and the ninth aspect. From here, this is the opposite directions, right? So the second, he's looking at Vrishabha Rashi. The Sun and Mercury that is posted in the second house. Then count the fifth house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be aspecting Kumbha Rashi. Then the ninth house. 6, 7, 8, 9. He is aspecting Tula Rashi and the planet Jupiter that is posted over here. Now, if you see at Ketu, again, Ketu is moving in the anti-clockwise direction. He's not moving in the clockwise direction. He's moving in, will be Vrishchika Rashi, the fifth house. 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house is Simha Rashi. And the ninth house, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth house is Mesha Rashi and Venus. So both of them have second, fifth, and ninth aspect. You have to count in anti-clockwise direction. That you have to remember. So both of them, Rahu and Ketu, are different from the remaining 7 planets. Their movement is anti-clockwise. They're always retro. But what are the things that are common between Rahu and Ketu? They act in different ways, but there are some things that are common also. What are the common things? Both of them are natural malefics. Malefics means they have got the capacity to create pain. Okay? malefics they are. Naturally, they have got a malefic nature. And they're always opposite to each other. They'll never be together. That you have to understand. As I told in the last class about Sun, Venus, and Mercury, their placement, even this is one way of seeing if the horoscope is correct or not. Exactly opposite to each other, they'll be. So 180 degrees apart, that is opposite direction. See, if you see in this chart, Rahu is here, Ketu is over here. So they'll exactly be in opposite houses. And they always move in retrograde motion, that is anti-clockwise direction. So how will their movement be? See, let me show here. Ketu is here. He'll move to next movement will be to Vrishchika, then Tula, then one second, please. So both of them move in anti-clockwise direction. And see, when a planet enters into a Rashi, from Sun to Saturn, they come to 0 degrees and their movement will be to 30 degrees. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is to 30 degrees. But here, they move from 30 to enter into 30 degrees, then 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, then it will come to 1 degree and then it will go to the next Rashi. Okay, so their movement is completely in the opposite direction. So the movement will be 30 degrees of a Rashi to 0 degree of a Rashi. And when both of them move together, when Rahu moves, Ketu also will move. And both Rahu and Ketu, they have got 2nd, 5th, and 9th aspect. If Rahu gets connected to a planet, either by aspect or conjunction means they are together. When Rahu gets connected to a planet by aspect or conjunction, then Ketu will not get connected to that planet. If Ketu is connected to a planet, Rahu will not get connected to a planet. See, both of them will give pain, but one at a time. So if Rahu is connected to a planet, Ketu will not get connected. Ketu is connected, Rahu will not get connected. That you have to see. And both of them, they do not have a house of their own. Wherever they're posted, whichever Rashi they're posted, they consider that only as their own house. For example, Mesha is owned by Mars. Tula is owned by Venus. Like that, every house has a planet as a owner. Whereas Rahu and Ketu do not have their own houses. In whichever Rashi they are placed, they consider that only as their own house. Okay? And both of them have got the capacity to create trouble and crisis in different ways. They'll create trouble and crisis in different ways. The working system is different, but the end result, they'll create trouble or they'll create pain. One thing about Rahu and Ketu is they'll not harm retrograde planets. If you're having any retro planets in your horoscope and you find Rahu is along with them, Rahu and Ketu, they'll not affect retro planets because they consider them to be of their similar nature, so they'll not trouble retro planets. And Rahu and Ketu will not harm if work is done connected to their Karakatvas. See, for example, if a planet is connected with Rahu, for example, Saturn is connected with Rahu. If you are doing a profession that is related to Rahu, then you will be doing very good in your profession. There will not be any kind of problem. If Saturn is connected to Ketu, you are doing a profession that is connected to Ketu because Saturn means profession. Then there will be no problem. Like you can either become a priest or you can become an astrologer or you can become a boutique owner, you can become a tailor. You can do any of those kind of work that is related to Ketu. then you'll have no problems in your profession. Otherwise, there'll be lots of obstacles, lot of problems in your profession. So if you're following their karakatvas, they'll not trouble you. That is one thing about Rahu and Ketu. So these were some of the points about Rahu and Ketu. So if I have some more additional points, I'll just tell you. So whatever Rahu indicates is desire, ambition, illusion, and worldly achievement. So a little bit of Rahu influence should be there on an individual. If he has to have that kind of ambition, he wants to have success in his life, then he should have ambition. Rahu is the planet which will create that kind of ambition in you. A desire to achieve things is given by Rahu only. So a little bit of Rahu influence should be there in today's world to achieve success. And if you see the material signification of Rahu, foreign countries, foreign culture, foreign travel, foreign settlement, everything foreign is related to Rahu. Fame, popularity, mass appeal. He's got a kind of a charishma, he can attract people. That is the influence of Rahu. Technology, all the technology, the latest things, and electronics, artificial intelligence, the internet, the social media, everything is connected to Rahu. Aerospace, aviation, then any kind of innovation, research, import export business, and multinational companies, large organizations, multinational companies, luxury, glamour. It's only Rahu who can give you lot of material comforts, glamour, then unconventional lifestyle. If somebody is having a lifestyle which is, very unconventional, not the usual routine thing, it is the influence of Rahu. So psychologically, Rahu will give you strong desires, obsessions. You'll be obsessed with something, ambition. Then he'll also make you very restless. Your curiosity also you'll have. Then you'll have a lot of overconfidence, risk-taking tendency you'll have. Then innovation, you'll break traditions, you'll be very unconventional, manipulations and deceptions when Rahu is weak, confusion and illusion, sudden rise in life. All this is due to the Rahu's influence. Maya is one big keyword for Rahu, Maya. Unfulfilled karmic desires. That means, as I said, for retro planets, there'll be something unfulfilled in your previous lifetime. So Rahu talks about some unfulfilled desires in your past lifetime. So the soul desires to experience those things in this lifetime. All material attachment. So you learn lessons through your worldly experiences. You want to experience all the worldly things in this life. So through that experience, you learn lessons. The soul learns some things. So Rahu also will give a tendency of fascination towards occult subjects, hidden knowledge, all that. It'll give a kind of a fascination. So health signification, if you see, as I said earlier, poison, allergies, addictions. See, when when Rahu is afflicted in the horoscope, you will get addictions, either drinking, gambling, smoking, all that is due to Rahu only. And mental anxiety, fear, phobia. Some people are very scared of heights. Some people are scared of water. There are so many kind of phobias that is also due to Rahu. Skin disorders, then viruses, airborne diseases, some diseases, that comes through the bacteria spreads through air. The virus spreads through air. That is due to Rahu. Because Rahu is Vayu Tattva. Unusual or difficult to diagnose illness. That is also Rahu. So professions that are suited for him is, they can become very good politicians if they have a strong Rahu in the horoscope. then scientists, software engineers, digital marketers, people who are doing well digitally. They are having huge business through digital means. They'll have a strong Rahu in their horoscope. Digital marketers, then pilots, because Rahu is Vayu Tattva, cyber security experts, intelligence agencies, import-export traders, all these are the professions that are connected with Rahu. When you're talking about Ketu, Ketu is completely talks about detachment, spirituality. I'm just winding up the whole thing, I'm giving a gist of both the planets, liberation, intuition, past life memory, and all kind of attachments are removed. That is Ketu. So you will have that renunciation tendency, isolation. You like to stay separate. You don't like to be with people. You want to be left alone. Simplicity, simple life you like. Then the person will get wisdom after experiencing loss. See, the wisdom of Jupiter is different. The intelligence of Mercury is different, intelligence. But the Ketu, after experiencing lots of losses, he'll get a kind of wisdom. That is the experience that he gets after undergoing losses. Research, then ancient knowledge. He'll be having some kind of ancient knowledge. So a person, if he's having some kind of ancient knowledge, Ketu is strong in the horoscope, we can say. Detachment, intuition, sharp perception, and he'll be very much dissatisfied with worldly things. He's not interested in any of the worldly things at all. Exact opposite of Rahu. Then sudden separation and deep concentration, focus. Focus is also Ketu. So Moksha Karaka, that's why Ketu is known as Moksha Karaka. He pushes you towards liberation after detaching you from different attachments. Then meditation, mysticism, spiritual awakening, divine grace, self-realization. All this is the influence of Ketu. If you have seen Buddha and Mahavira, they might have very strong Ketu influence in their life, because see, they're both born as prince. They have all the worldly pleasures in their life, but they renounce everything. They get detached from their families. They get detached from all the material things, and they become enlightened. They become monks. They become enlightened. They all have a very strong Ketu influence in their life. So health issues, if you see, Ketu can give you nervous disorders, because all the minute nerves in the body are ruled by Ketu. So nervous disorders, sudden accidents, because it's Kujavat Ketu, sudden accidents can happen. Then some kind of mysterious illness can happen, surgery, chronic pain, then psychological detachment, mental stress, scars and cuts is due to Ketu. So profession, if you see, they can become gurus, spiritual teachers, gurus, monks, they can become researchers, surgeons, they can also become very good surgeons, detectives, then archaeologists, because they always are attached to things that are ancient. Then astrologers also, they can become healers. Even that is a very good profession for Ketu. They'll be very good in healing, so they can become healers. So Rahu is always wanting more. Ketu wants nothing. That is the difference between Rahu and Ketu. Obsession, renunciation. Rahu loves fame. Ketu wants solitude. He wants loneliness. He doesn't want to mingle with people. Rahu is all about illusion. Ketu is about truth, revealing the real truth, what you are, what your life is. A search for the truth is what Ketu indicates. So Rahu indicates foreign things. Ketu indicates ancient things. Okay. So that is the quality of Rahu and Ketu. So if you want in simple words, we can just say Rahu says, work hard, earn more, become famous, settle abroad, gain name and fame, recognition, keep achieving more and more. That is the um, quality of Rahu. Whereas Ketu says, even after achieving all this, will it truly bring you lasting happiness? So rather than achieving these things, discover your inner purpose, the real truth. That is what Ketu tells. So in our life, both are essential. Rahu and Ketu both are essential. Rahu helps us to experience the world, while Ketu helps us to transcend it, to move beyond these worldly things. So in our life, we require both Rahu and Ketu. We cannot say that they are not necessary at all. We do require it. In today's world, both Rahu and Ketu are required. There should be a balance. So we can say, if you see in a car, Rahu is like the accelerator. The more you push, the faster the car moves, right? So Rahu is like the accelerator. It pushes the car, it makes the car move forward. In the same way, Rahu pushes you forward. It encourages growth, ambition, new experiences in this world. Whereas Ketu is like the brake. See, how much ever accelerator you push, you just put your feet on the brake and you push it, there'll be a sudden stop, right? So Ketu is like the brake. It slows you down. It teaches you to pause, to introspect, and to gain inner wisdom. So that is what Ketu teaches. So just like how a car needs both an accelerator and a brake, in the same way, our soul needs both Rahu's ambition as well as Ketu's detachment. We require both. For our soul to evolve, we require both, but there should be a balance between both Rahu and Ketu. We should know how to use their karakatvas in the proper manner. So this is about Rahu and Ketu. There's much more to learn about these two mystical planets. So we'll be ending today's session with this on this note. So even in the next session, you have some more points to learn about Rahu and Ketu, because they are two karmic planets who are really mysterious and who teach us so many lessons, karmic lessons. So yeah. So we come to the end of the session. I hope you found the session interesting. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Jyoti Kishore, you want to ask your question?
Yeah. Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste, ma.
I just turn on my this thing.
Yeah, please.
Got it.
By the way,
Ma'am, you
did you find this session interesting?
very nice, very nice to hear
Yeah.
so many things which we don't know about these two planets. We always think these two are malefic planets, but they are
Yeah.
doing good also as
Yes,
well.
yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we got to know because of you, or otherwise we always think these two are okay. Ma'am, see, the thing is now,
Mm.
see, you said the separation in the this thing, like now today's is this thing is separation is very common, very common. Do we get to know before marriage itself Rahu will dominate in this type, and one person is having Rahu malefication, the other person truly speaking, all the families will get affected by this
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
separation, whatever. Do we get to know this about this, and what are the remedies path if we to see the solution, or
Yeah.
to be
In the see, as I said, there are two more sessions about Rahu and Ketu,
okay?
where you'll be learning all these things much more in much more detail. The different
Okay.
combinations and what are the remedies for different combinations. So today was just like the teaser. It was just
Okay.
the beginning, you had two more sessions about Rahu
Okay.
and Ketu. So all your doubts will get clarified by the end of two sessions, two more
Okay.
sessions.
To say one this thing last to please Rahu, do we need to pray the planet itself or Durga Devi?
You can
To
pray to
get
Durga Devi. Durga Devi.
Okay. How?
Rather than praying to you, it is okay to pray to the planet also, but it is always much more effective when you pray to the goddesses or the god that is connected with the planet. So
How
praying to
to
Durga Devi will help you to control the negative effect of Rahu.
how, ma'am? Like that deepas, they will say, I don't know whether we should not light at the home. So that you have to clarify.
See, all those remedial this one, you learn in the next class. That's a complete topic by itself. You learn in the next class. So just wait until the next class. You will understand much deeper.
Thank you, ma'am. We are so blessed to have you in this kind of teachings. We are so
Yeah.
blessed.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jagannath, and let's keep it to only one question for because we already got 25
Yes.
people who have raised the hands. We're going
Namaste, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Namaste,
please
ma'am.
follow that. Each person should ask one question so that everybody gets a chance. Yeah.
Sure,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
One question only, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes,
Rahu
sir.
and Ketu are shadow planets, no, ma'am? So how does shadow planets have aspects, ma'am? They don't
Yeah,
have
they
any
do have.
aspects, right?
No. See, though they are shadow planets, their influence is very great. They're stronger than the sun and moon also, because see, they can cause eclipse to the sun and the moon itself. So they're stronger than sun and moon. That's why their influence will be felt. Their aspect will be there. It is there.
Okay. Okay. At any point, the aspects will be there. But is it
Yes.
is it the same as Jupiter's aspect, or does it have second aspect or something?
What? I could not get your question.
Do they have fifth, seventh, ninth aspect like Jupiter?
Yeah. Jupiter has fifth, seventh, and ninth aspect, but there you count the aspect clockwise direction from the position of Jupiter. Whereas for Rahu and Ketu, they have second, fifth, and ninth. They don't have the seventh aspect, and you count anti-clockwise direction.
Oh, in the anti-clockwise, second house comes.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Thank you, ma'am. Useful session, ma'am.
Welcome.
Rupashri.
Next.
G. Rupashri. I think she's not there.
Okay, you can call the
Shanthi
next
Vinay.
one.
Yeah, Shanthi Vinay.
హలో నమస్తే మ్యామ్
నమస్తే మా.
నేను రూపశ్రీ మాట్లాడేది
చెప్పండి మా.
ఇది
కెమెరా ఆన్ చేసుకోండి.
ఒక సెకండ్. ఇప్పుడు కేతు అగ్నితత్వంలో ఉండి రాహు అది వాయుతత్వంలో ఉండి అది చాలా బ్యాడ్ గా ఇస్తుందా మేడం రిజల్ట్?
మీరు చెప్తా ఉండేది మీ హారోస్కోప్ లోనా?
జనరల్ గానే అడుగుతా ఉండాను.
అది కాదు, అట్లా కాదు. హారోస్కోప్ లో ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఎట్లా చూడాలా అని నేను నెక్స్ట్ చెప్పిస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు అట్ ప్రెసెంట్ దాని ఒక తత్వము, రాహుది వాయుతత్వము, కేతుది అగ్నితత్వం, అంత మాత్రం తెలుసుకోండి. హారోస్కోప్ లో ఎట్లా చూడాలా అని నేను నెక్స్ట్ చెప్పిస్తాను.
ఆస్పెక్ట్ లో రెట్రోగ్రేడ్ ఉంటే ఏమి ప్రాబ్లము ఇచ్చేలే అంట ఉంది కదా.
అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు మీ హారోస్కోప్ లో సాటర్న్ రాహు ఉంది అనుకోండి. సాటర్న్ రాహు ఉన్నప్పుడు కొన్ని ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఉంటుంది. కానీ సాటర్న్ రెట్రోగ్రేడ్ అయింది అనుకోండి, యాదే ప్లానెట్ జతలో రాహు కేతు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ ప్లానెట్ రెట్రోగ్రేడ్ అయితే రాహు గాని కేతు గాని దే విల్ నాట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ దెమ్. ఇప్పుడు ఒక రెట్రో ప్లానెట్ ఉంది, అయ్యలే నెగటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అయ్యలేదు. ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ దెమ్.
ఓకే మేడం, అది 0 డిగ్రీలో ఉన్నా ఏమి అయ్యదా మ్యామ్?
అయ్యలేదు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
Shanthi Vinay.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am.
Again, the classes are really great, ma'am. It's the more you know, there is much more to know. It's so intriguing.
That is
and of course,
astrology. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, we're blessed to have you as a teacher, ma'am. Ma'am,
Thank
my
you.
question was when you said Kujavat Ketu and Shanivat Rahu, is it with respect to the if they are in combination like that, or
No.
it is just the Karaka?
No. It's not like that. Nature wise, nature wise. See, for example, Kujuvat Ketu means Ketu behaves like Kuja, Mars. Mars has
Okay.
its own nature, right?
Okay.
In the same way, Ketu
Hmm.
behaves like Mars and Rahu behaves like Saturn. That is the
Okay.
nature.
But if they're actually in combination, then that we will learn in the next class.
Yeah.
Like Shani and Rahu are in combination, and Kuja
Yeah,
and
yeah, you
Ketu
learn.
are in
All the
combination.
combinations with, yeah. Yes, all the combinations you'll be learning in the next class.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Next, please. Okay.
నమస్తే
Rupa,
మ్యామ్.
Shaikun. Yeah.
మ్యామ్, ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పత్రి దశావతారంది కథ చెప్పత్రి కదా మ్యామ్. దాంట్లో మోహిని వచ్చిచ్చి చక్రం ఇచ్చేది 1% తానే. బట్ ఇక్కడ మీరు చెప్పేది వాళ్ళది బర్త్ వచ్చిచ్చి ఇద్దరిది డిఫరెంట్ ఉంది కదా మ్యామ్. రాహుది కేతుది బర్త్డే మ్యామ్.
అది వేదిక్ అస్ట్రాలజీలో అట్లే ఎగ్జిస్టెన్స్ అని ఇచ్చినారు. బట్ ఆస్ట్రాలజికలీ ఆ స్టోరీ ప్రకారంగా, హలో, able to hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
So
ma'am.
astrologically
Yes,
ఇచ్చినది అది అట్లే. That is how it is been given. అది మన astrological books లో that is the date of birth of Rahu as well as Ketu. Though it is the same person, I think they came into existence on this particular days. I mean, they got energized might be on that particular days.
ఓకే. ఆమెట్క ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పత్రి చంద్ర అండ్ రాహు ఎట్లా ఉంటే మదర్ కి అటాచ్డ్ ఉంటారు అంట. ఇప్పుడు ఆ చంద్ర అండ్ రాహు కొన్ని ఇప్పుడు భావాలకు వస్తే బిడ్ల స్థానంలో ఉంటే బిడ్లకు అటాచ్ అవుతారా వాళ్ళు, లేదు బరీ మదర్ కి అటాచ్ అవుతారు?
అట్లా కాదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు అట్ ప్రెసెంట్ రాహు కేతు నేచర్ ఏమి అని తెలుసుకోండి. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో కాంబినేషన్స్ తెలుసుకుంటారు. ఆమెకి యాడ కాంబినేషన్ ఉంటే ఎట్లా ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అని తెలుసుకుంటారు. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తే మీకు ఇట్ విల్ బి టూ బిగ్ టాపిక్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్.
ఓకే మ్యామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
Yeah.
Okay. 1+ nod.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Please switch on your camera.
Sorry, ma'am, I am outside, can't switch it. If Rahu and Ketu get combusted, what are the results, ma'am? It is going to be covered in next class, or
Rahu and Ketu will not get combust. Rahu and Ketu will not get combust because they are more powerful than the sun and the moon. Sun. That's why they will not get combust. And they are shadow planets.
okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
K.S. Govindraj.
మేడం నమస్తే.
నమస్తే సార్, చెప్పండి.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు కరెక్ట్, ఇప్పుడు నేను అడిగితే మోస్ట్లీ అదే ఆన్సర్ అవ్వచ్చు, సారీ. ఇప్పుడు లగ్నంలో రాహు అథవా కేతు ఉంటే 7వ హౌస్ ఉల్టా ఉంటుంది కదా, రాహు ఉంటే కేతు, కేతు ఉంటే రాహు. మ్యారేజ్ అది ಯಾವ ತರ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది మేడం? 7th హౌస్ ఫర్ మ్యారేజ్ కదా.
అవును, బట్ దట్స్ అ లేటర్ టాపిక్. ఇప్పటికి మీరు అది చెప్తే అది అర్థమయ్యలేదు. జస్ట్ వెయిట్ అంటిల్ ఐ ఫినిష్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్, దెన్ యుల్ అండర్స్టాండ్.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
Next, please.
Bharati. Bharati.
Bharati.
హలో మేడం, నమస్కారము. మీరు రాహు కేతు దీని ಬಗ್ಗೆ చెప్పినప్పుడు ఐదర్ ఒక దాంట్లో జట్లో ప్లానెట్ ఉంటుంది, రెండిట్ల జట్లను ప్లానెట్ ఉండాలి ఎంట్రీ కదా. ఇక్కడ
అంటే యా ప్లానెట్ కి రాహు కనెక్ట్ అవుతుందో ఆ ప్లానెట్ కి కేతు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యలే, యా ప్లానెట్ కి కేతు కనెక్ట్ అవుతుందో ఆ ప్లానెట్ కి రాహు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యలే.
ఓ అట్లా. ఎలాంటి ఇన్ దిస్ వన్ రాశి కుండ్లి మీన రాశిలోగా శని ಮತ್ತೆ కేతు ఉంది, కన్యా రాశిలోగా శుక్ర ಮತ್ತೆ రాహు ఉండే, అందుకే నేను.
ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు కేతు శని జట్లోనే ఉంది కాబట్టి శనికి కేతు కనెక్ట్ అయింది, సో రాహు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యలే. అట్లా
అట్లా. ఓకే దెన్, థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
వెల్కమ్ వెల్కమ్.
Nandini.
మ్యామ్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ మ్యామ్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ మా.
మ్యామ్ నాకు క్వశ్చన్ ఉన్నింది. ఇప్పుడు మనము యావది మనకి కేతు స్ట్రాంగ్ రాహు స్ట్రాంగ్ అని మనకు ಗೊತ್ತಾయేది ఎట్లా మ్యామ్?
అది సబ్సిక్వెంట్ క్లాసెస్ లో తెలుస్తుంది మా. వాళ్ళ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ యాడ్ ఉంటే వాళ్ళు స్ట్రాంగ్ అని నెక్స్ట్ క్లాసెస్ లో చెప్తాను నేను.
ఓకే. ఆవిడకి మ్యామ్ ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లో కేతు అండ్ రాహు డు నాట్ హ్యావ్ దేర్ ఓన్ హౌస్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మన
అవును
జాతకంలో పుట్టిండే జాతకంలో ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ అయి ఉంటారో అది వాళ్ళ ఓన్ హౌసా మ్యామ్?
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్ మా వేరెవర్ యా రాశిలో వాళ్ళు ఉంటారో దట్ ఓన్లీ దే కన్సిడర్ యాజ్ దర్ హౌస్ ఓన్ హౌస్.
ఓకే. సో రాహు కేతు మనం చూసేటప్పుడు మనం బర్త్ చార్ట్ చూస్తాము బేసికలీ.
కరెక్ట్ 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 మా బర్త్ చార్టే చూడాలి.
ఓకే మ్యామ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
ఓకే మా వెల్కమ్ మా.
AVS iPhone.
మ్యామ్ సవిత
హా,
కెమెరా ఆన్
yes,
చేసాక అయితలే మేడం.
ఓకే
మేడం
చెప్పండి
ఇది
మా.
మీరు ఇది ఎంటికలు ఉదురుతా ఉంది అంటే రాహునా మేడం పరిహారమా?
అది కాంబినేషన్ ఏముంది హారోస్కోప్ లో చూడాల. ఎంటికలు కారకుడు కేతు, రాహు కాదు.
రాహు. ఇది వెరికోస్ వైన్ కి మేడం?
దానికి వెయిన్స్ అంతా కారకుడు కేతునే.
కేతునే. సో కేతు పొజిషన్ చూసుకొని రెమెడీస్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా మేడం?
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్ మా కరెక్ట్ మా.
ఓకే, అది సబ్సిక్వెంట్ క్లాసెస్ లో చెప్పిస్తారు మాకి.
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్.
ఓకే మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే ఓకే
మేడం నమస్తే మేడం, యాజ్ యూజువల్ వండర్ఫుల్ సెషన్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
మీరు ఈ 2 ప్లానెట్స్ మాత్రమే వెనక్కి పోయేవి అని చెప్పినారు, కానీ
Correct.
మళ్ళీ వెనక్కి పోయే ప్లానెట్స్ తో పాటు ఇవి ఉంటే ఇఫెక్ట్ వేరేగా ఉంటుందంటే మిగిలినవన్నీ క్లాక్ వైసే
ఇప్పుడు
కదా పోయేది.
ఈ 2 ప్లానెట్స్ రెట్రో పోతా ఉంటుంది. అందుకోసము
Okay.
హారోస్కోప్ లో ఈ ఒక రాహు కేతు ఏదైనా రెట్రో ప్లానెట్ తో కనెక్ట్ అయితే ఆ ప్లానెట్ ని ఎఫెక్ట్ చేయదు, ఆ ప్లానెట్ కి ఎఫెక్ట్ చేయదు, తొందర ఈదు. ఎలాంటే ఇది రెట్రోలో మూవ్ అవుతా ఉంది, ఆ ప్లానెట్ కానీ రెట్రోలో మూవ్ అవుతా ఉంది, దానికి ఎఫెక్ట్ చేయదు, అది తొందర
అంటే
ఈదు.
ఇవి 2 ఒకదానికి ఒకటి ఏమి ఇఫెక్ట్ చేసుకోదు అని అంటున్నారా?
ఆహా,
ఎందుకంటే
లేదు,
మిగిలినవన్నీ
లేదు.
క్లాక్ వైసే కదా పోతాయి, ఇవి 2 మాత్రమే
కరెక్ట్
వెనక్కి పోతాయి కాబట్టి.
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్.
Okay. ఆ తర్వాత
అవును.
మీరు కేతు గురించి చెప్తున్నప్పుడు దర్బేన్ ఏదో ఒక పాయింట్
ఆహా,
ఉంటుంది, అది మీరు
అవును,
చెప్పలేదు. అది
అవును,
వాట్ ఈస్ దట్?
దర్భ వస్తుంది కదా, మన పూజకంతా వాడతాం కదా దర్భ.
అది కూడా కేతునా?
కేతు అది, కేతు అది.
ఓకే 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 మేడం, ఓకే మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
వెల్కమ్ వెల్కమ్.
Shashi Krishna.
శశి కృష్ణ. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ పర్సన్ ప్లీజ్.
హలో హలో మ్యామ్, నేను శశికృష్ణ మాట్లాడుతా ఉన్నాను.
చెప్పండి మా.
ఇప్పుడు లగ్నంలో కేతు ఉంటే పెండ్లికి ఏదైనా తొందర ఉంటుందా?
ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ది గురించి ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పే కాయలేదు, నెక్స్ట్ క్లాసెస్ లో మీకు అర్థమైతుంది మా.
గురుబలం ఉంది, అంతా ఉంది అని చెప్పినారు. మిథున రాశిలో ఇది గురు ఉండదు, గురుబలం ఉంది, అంతా ఉంది అని చెప్పినారు లాస్ట్ క్లాసెస్ లో. అయితే ఇప్పుడు లగ్నంలో కేతు ఉండది, ఆమెట ఇప్పుడు రాహు తీసుకుంటేనే మనకి 2nd హౌస్ లోనూ లేదు, 5th హౌస్ లోనూ లేదు, 9th హౌస్ లోనూ లేదు. అట్లా తీసుకుంటే అప్పుడు పెండ్లికి ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉందా? లేదు
లేదు.
అటుకి మనకి రాహు కేతుని ఇంకా ఏమీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ లేదు.
లే అట్లా డైరెక్ట్ గా చెప్పే కాయలేదమ్మా, అది మీకు ఇంకా ముందు క్లాసెస్ లో మీరు వేరే ఇంకా భావాలంతా నేర్చుకోవాలి. అది నేర్చుకున్నప్పుడు మీకు తెలిసేది ఎట్లా ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అని. ఇప్పుడు మీరు నేర్చుకుంటాడేది జస్ట్ ద క్యారెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్లానెట్ అంతే. ఆ ప్లానెట్ యాడ్ ప్లేస్ అయింటే ఏం ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇస్తుంది అని తెలుసుకోవాలంటే ఇంకా చాలా క్లాసెస్ కావాలా. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను మీకు అది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను, ఇంకా అర్థం కాదు మీకు. సో ఇప్పుడు అట్ ప్రెసెంట్ జస్ట్ ఒక ప్లానెట్ ని ప్లానెట్ గా దాని క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఏమి అని అర్థం చేసుకోండి.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
పర్వతవర్ధిని గారు.
నమస్తే మేడం.
నమస్తే మా.
చాలా బాగా ఇచ్చాను క్లాసు, బట్ అది సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ నేను అడగాలని ఉండింది. ఒకే బాడీ స్వరభాను అనేది హెడ్ సపరేట్, బాడీ సపరేట్, బట్ 2 బర్త్ వచ్చింది కదా, సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ నాకి డౌట్ ఉండింది. అది అడిగి ಗೊತ್ತಾయి మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం.
ఓకే మా.
శైలా జిహెచ్.
మ్యామ్, ఇప్పుడు రాహు కేతుది ఎగ్జాల్టేషన్ హౌస్ వృశ్చిక రాశి కదా,
అది ఎగ్జాల్టేషన్ కాదు, ఎగ్జాల్టేషన్ డెబిలిటేషన్ అంతా ముందు క్లాసెస్ లో చెప్తాను మా, దాని వేరే ఉంది, అది నెక్స్ట్ క్లాసెస్ లో చెప్తాను నేను.
అప్పుడు అట్లయితే
ఈవ చెప్పిండే టాపిక్ లో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు రాహు కేతు వెల్ ప్లేస్డ్ అంటే ಯಾವ రాశిలో ఉంటే వెల్ ప్లేస్డ్ అనేసి అప్పుడు
అది నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లోనే తెలుస్తుంది మీకు.
నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ అని తెలుస్తుందా?
అవునా.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే
ఓకే
Oppo A98. Okay. Rajeshwari.
నమస్తే అక్క.
నమస్తే.
ఇది రాహు కేతు ఇప్పుడు మనం లగ్నంలో ఉంటుంది అనుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ ప్లేస్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. సో దాని ఎఫెక్ట్స్ మనకి రిట్రోగ్రేడ్ అయినప్పుడు ప్లస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ప్లస్ అవుతుంది, లేదా మైనస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మైనస్ అవుతుందా, ఎట్లాది మనకి?
ఆహా, ఎఫెక్ట్ గురించి మీకు ఇప్పుడు అర్థం అయ్యలేదు. లగ్నంలో ఉంది అని మీరు
ఇప్పుడు మన
ప్లేస్మెంట్ చెప్తాన్నారు
మన
కదా.
లగ్నం నుంచి మనము ప్లేస్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు 2, 5, 9 ఇల్లు మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి కదా, వాళ్ళ
కరెక్ట్
దృష్టి
కరెక్ట్
దాని మీద పడుతుంది అనేసి.
కరెక్ట్
సో అటు
కరెక్ట్.
పడుతుంది అన్నప్పుడు మనము అంటే ఆ దృష్టి పడేది 2, 5, 9 అంటే అది మనకి
కరెక్ట్.
అది బ్యాడ్ ఉంటుంది, గుడ్ ఉంటుంది అని మనం ఆ ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఉండే రాశి గురించి మనము
కరెక్ట్
చేంజ్
కరెక్ట్. అది
చేయాలా?
యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకా చాలా ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ చూడాలా దానికి. డైరెక్ట్లీ
ఓకే
వీ కెనాట్ సే ఇట్స్ గుడ్ ఆర్ బ్యాడ్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు సీ సో
ఓకే
మెనీ అదర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్. సో యూ
ఓకే
జస్ట్ హ్యావ్ టు వెయిట్ ఫర్ సమ్ మోర్ క్లాసెస్ ఫర్ యూ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద ఎఫెక్ట్స్.
ఓకే. సో బట్
ఓకే
ఆ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఉంటుంది లగ్నంలో ఉంటే, ఆ ప్లానెట్
కరెక్ట్
ఉంటే.
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Vivo 1804.
నెక్స్ట్
Sri Lakshmi.
సార్ నెక్స్ట్.
Ma'am, namaste.
నమస్తే మా.
Ma'am,
చెప్పండి.
you said Rahu and Ketu gives us exactly opposite results. But what if Rahu and Ketu both are in exaltation house? That means if Rahu is in Mithuna and Ketu is in Dhanu Rashi, how it's going to affect, ma'am?
See, they have their opposite natures. That will be strong. See, for knowing the results, you just wait until I finish a few more classes. Then you'll understand it. For now, just understand the nature of Rahu and Ketu. What kind of results they'll give, you will know only in the subsequent classes. Okay? Still, there are many more things to learn.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Nagendra Kumar.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir.
Somebody told Rahu and Ketu are represented by Ganesh and Subramanya. Is it correct?
Yeah. See, for Ketu, it is Ganesha actually. For Ketu, it is Ganesha. For Rahu, it is Durga Devi.
Thank you.
Why they have told Subramanya is because Kujavat Ketu we say. For Kuja, the Adidevata is Subramanya. When we take it as Kujavat Ketu, in that aspect, they would have told for Ketu, it is Subramanyeshwara. But if you take the deity for Ketu, it is Ganesha, Lord Ganesha.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay, sir.
Vandana. Okay. Helping hand, Rupa.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste,
You said there is classes are going on very well. I was
Thank
waiting
you,
for the tip of the day, ma'am.
Tip of the day, there's no tip of the day today. Already I exceeded the time limit for the session.
Okay, those tips are very
You
helpful.
will know, you will have a lot of remedies in the next class.
Nice. There is a Guru transit, we say, no, the Guru keeps on moving. The same thing is there for Rahu and Ketu also, they keep moving?
Yeah. All the planets will be moving. All the planets will be moving. Rahu and Ketu stay in one particular Rashi for 18 months. 1.5 years. So when Rahu moves, Ketu also will move. Simultaneously, their movement will be simultaneous. They will be
Even
in
that will
opposite
affect.
houses. And when Rahu moves, Ketu also will move. Huh?
So when the birth chart we see the position of the Rahu and Ketu, and also the transit position, how it is.
Yeah. Yes. All the transits of major planets will have an influence on the individual.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Uma,
Okay, ma, welcome.
Uma, Srinivasalu.
Hello, ma'am.
Next, please.
Hello,
Hello, ma.
madam.
Uma.
Namaste.
Sorry,
Hello.
Uma, you asked the question first.
One second, sir. 1 second. Let her question get over, then you can
Yeah.
ask. Yes, ma. Uma,
Good
you
evening,
please
ma'am.
switch on the camera and you ask.
Hello,
Huh.
ma'am.
Yes, ma.
My question is, last class, about the last class, all the planets we learn the characters. If they are retro, they are more stronger or weaker? I
Stronger,
just want to
stronger,
say.
stronger.
They are more stronger. Even
Yes.
if Rahu
Yes.
and Ketu are metro, then retro. Okay.
Rahu and
If
Ketu are always retro.
they are always retro. Okay.
Yeah.
If in some horoscopes they are indicated by brackets, then it is retro, ma'am.
No.
If
See, in some horoscopes, they would have written as brackets. In some, they wouldn't have written. But whether they have written or not, Rahu and Ketu are always retro. That you have to keep in mind.
they are always retro. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah. And when they are with other planets, they share those characters. Okay, with that planet. You told
What with
me
other
Rahu and Saturn are combined. If Ketu and Saturn are combined, it will be reverse or same. I just wanted to.
See, with whichever planet they are associated, their character will get influenced by the character of Rahu or Ketu because they are very powerful. Okay, the combination of planets you'll learn in the next session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Excellent class.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Hello.
Madam,
namaste.
Namaste, sir.
చాలా బాగుంటుంది మేడం మీ క్లాసెస్.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
అసలు సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏమీ తెలియకున్నా కూడా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పుడుతోంది.
Thank you, sir.
తర్వాత ఈ రాహు గాని కేతు గాని వాళ్ళు మంచి చేస్తా అన్నారు, చెడు చేస్తున్నారు కదా.
కరెక్ట్ సార్.
కదా.
కరెక్ట్.
మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు అంత భయపడాలి వాళ్ళ గురించి, ఆ గ్రహాల గురించి?
భయపడే పని లేదు సార్. భయపడే పని లేదు. ఏమిటి గురించి భయపడే పని లేదు.
కాదు, ఇప్పుడు జూపిటర్ చాలా మంచి చేస్తాడని, రాహు చెడు చేస్తాడని
కాదు. వాళ్ళ ప్లేస్మెంట్ పైన డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది వాళ్ళ యాక్షన్. ఇప్పుడు హారోస్కోప్ లో వాళ్ళు మంచి స్థితిలో ఉంటే మంచి చేస్తారు. వాళ్ళు వీక్ గా ఉంటే, లేకపోతే ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ వెల్ ప్లేస్డ్, దెన్ దే కెన్ క్రియేట్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ హెవాక్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు. దే హ్యావ్ దట్. See, Rahu and Taksham, ఎంత నాయిస్. You could hear that noise. That is the effect of Rahu and Ketu. Just think about them and you can already feel that influence of it. You have to just observe because our surroundings is always indicating certain things. As soon as we're talking about ibadu meer chuste class lo Rahu Ketu class start chesin taksham nenu ibadu immediate ga internet got disconnected so many times. Inta disturbance yav class lo kaledu, but 3 times or 4 times it got disconnected. After I said you pray to Rahu, then it was normal. So that is the influence of planet. Manamu adi we don't recognize it, or whether we believe it or not, they are continuously doing their work. Once when we become aware of it, we can change ourselves to fit their ఇది. వాళ్ళు ఒక స్టైల్లో మనం చేంజ్ అయిపోతే మనకు తొందర ఇరు వాళ్ళు.
సేమ్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ అప్లైస్ టు ఆల్ గ్రహాస్.
ఎస్ సార్, అన్ని ప్లానెట్స్ కి అదే కరెక్ట్.
తర్వాత ఎస్పెషల్లీ అంటే శ్రీకాళహస్తిలో రాహు కేతు పూజ చేస్తారే.
కరెక్ట్ సార్, కరెక్ట్.
అది పర్మనెంట్ రెమెడీనా అది?
అవును సార్, అవును.
లైఫ్ లో ఒక్కసారి చేసుకుంటే చాలు,
చేయించుకోవాలి. అవును సార్, అది నెసెసిటీ ఉంటే చేయించుకోవాలా, ఊరికే కాదు. అది నెసెసిటీ ఉంటే చేయించుకోవాలి.
అవసరమైతేనే చేయించుకుంటే ఒక్కసారి చేస్తే చాలు.
అంతే సార్, అంతే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే సార్, వెల్కమ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Pravina,
4 people have raised their hands.
Yeah.
I think I'll just answer their questions and then we can end the session.
నమస్తే మేడం.
నమస్తే మా.
క్లాసెస్ చాలా బాగా అవుతున్నాయి మేడం. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ బాగా తెలుస్తుంది. మీరు చెప్పినారు కదా మేడం, ఇప్పుడు రాహుకి కేతుకి ఓన్ హౌస్ లేవని. అంటే ఏ ఏ ఇంట్లో ఉంటే, అంటే ఇప్పుడు సింహరాశిలో ఉంటే రవి కదా, అట్లా
సింహరాశిలో
దానికి
ఉంటే
ఉమ్,
సింహరాశిలో ఉంటే
ఉమ్.
సింహరాశినే అది ఓన్ ఇంటిగా ట్రీట్ చేస్తుంది.
అంటే
సో
రవికి
ఇట్ స్టార్ట్
దానికి ఏమైనా
బిహేవింగ్
ఎఫెక్ట్
లైక్ ద
ఉంటుందా?
ఓనర్ ఆఫ్ దట్ హౌస్.
ఓకే, అందులో రవి ఉన్నాడంటే దానికి ఎఫెక్ట్ ఏమన్నా అవుతుందా మేడం?
సింహరాశిలో రవిను
సింహ రాహు రెండు
రాహు జతలో
ఉంటాయి.
ఉండాలి. ఓకే, ఆ కాంబినేషన్స్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో మీకు తెలుస్తుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం.
ఓకే, ఎఫెక్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో తెలుస్తుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే,
ఓకే
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే, వెల్కమ్.
Lakshmi Nataraj. Vivo 1804.
నమస్కారం మేడం, లక్ష్మీ నటరాజ్.
నమస్తే మా, నమస్తే.
ఇది రెట్రోగ్రేడ్ అంటే మేము బ్యాక్ ఇది అది మూవ్ అయ్యేలా ఏమి అయ్యలేదు, అయితేనే ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉంటుందా మేడం? అది మేము కింద ఊరికే చూసి ఇది చేసేదే.
అర్థం కాలే నాకు క్వశ్చన్.
రెట్రోగ్రేడ్ అంటే అది మా ఫీల్ చేస్తాము, అర్థం ఇంకా మేము అది ఫీల్ చేస్తాము, బ్యాక్ సైడ్ అది పోతా ఉంది ఏంటని.
కరెక్ట్ 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 కరెక్ట్.
అదైతే ఎఫెక్ట్ ఏమనుకుంటుంది, అది మూవ్ కాకుండా మాకు
కాదు కాదు, అట్లా కాదు. అస్ట్రోనామికలీ అంటే మనము ఇప్పుడు గ్రహాలని మన కండ్లలో చూస్తే కన్నా అది మూవ్మెంట్ మనకి తెలుస్తుంది. ಯಾವ ప్లానెట్ ఉల్టాలో పయ్యలేదు, అన్ని ప్లానెట్స్ డైరెక్ట్ మోషనే ఉంటుంది. కానీ ఆ ప్లానెట్స్ మన అర్త్కి చాలా దగ్గర వచ్చి ఉంటుంది. లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు మనం అర్త్ లో ఉంటాము, అర్త్ మూవ్ అవుతా ఉంది, ఆ ప్లానెట్ మూవ్ అవుతా ఉంది. మన స్పీడ్ వేరే, ఆ ప్లానెట్ స్పీడ్ వేరే. మనం ఉండే పొజిషన్ వేరే, ఆ ప్లానెట్ ఉండే పొజిషన్ వేరే. కొన్ని పర్టికులర్ పొజిషన్స్ లో మనము ఉన్నప్పుడు చూస్తే ఆ ప్లానెట్ వెనకపోతుంది అని అనిపిస్తుంది మనకి, అది రెట్రోగ్రేడ్ అని. అది నిజంగా వెనకపోతా ఉండాలి, బట్ మనకి అట్లా అనిపిస్తుంది రెట్రో అని, వెనకపోతుంది అని.
ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుందా?
ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది, ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది, ఖండితంగా ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే,
Vivo 1804.
మ్యామ్, నా పేరు సవిత. క్లాసెస్ చాలా బాగా అవుతుంది మ్యామ్. నాకు ఒక డౌట్ ఏమంటే, ఇప్పుడు రెట్రో జూపిటరో వీనసో ఏమారో రెట్రోగ్రేట్ అయింటే అది ఉల్టానే పోతుందా లేక సీదా చూడస్ పడుతుందా? రెట్రోనే చూడాలనా? హలో
కనెక్షన్.
హలో,
నో, ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఆడిబుల్. చెప్పమా, చెప్పండి
మేడం. ఇప్పుడు ఇది రాహు కేతు రెట్రో పోతుంది, జూపిటర్ సాటర్న్ ఏమారో రెట్రో ఉంటే అది రివర్స్ కౌంట్ చేయాలనా, రివర్స్ చూడాలనా లేక?
ఆస్పెక్ట్ మీరు అడుగుతా ఉండేది? లేదు,
అవునవును,
ఆస్పెక్ట్ డైరెక్ట్ చూడాల. రాహుకేతుకు మాత్రం రివర్స్ లో చూడాల.
వేరే దానికంతా మామూలు చూడాలి. అప్పుడు అది రెట్రో అయినాను మనము సీదానే చూడాలా?
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్.
ఓకే మ్యామ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్. క్లాసెస్ చాలా బాగా నడుస్తుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
CM Nagaraj.
హలో మేడం, ఇది శని, రాహు, చంద్ర అన్ని వృషభ రాశిలో ఉంది.
ఓకే,
సో ఇది ఏమైనా ఎఫెక్టా మేడం?
అది దాని కాంబినేషన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ మీరు నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో నేర్చుకుంటారు. ఇది జస్ట్ ఐ కాంట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ వన్ సెంటెన్స్. దాన్ని ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ యు లెర్న్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్.
ఓకే మేడం, బిఫోర్ క్లోజింగ్, శని కేతు ఒకే దీంట్లో ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు ఆ కాంబినేషన్ లా మీరు ఇచ్చిండే ప్రకారము.
యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఆడిబుల్ సార్, యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఆడిబుల్. ఏం సార్?
హలో మేడం, ఇప్పుడు శని
చెప్పండి సార్.
కేతు ఒకే దీంట్లో ఉంది. ఓకే, ఈ రెండు ఒకే దీంట్లో ఉంటే సర్టన్ ప్రొఫైల్స్ మాత్రం, ప్రొఫెషనల్స్ మాత్రము మీరు తీసుకోవాలని వేసిండారు, రికమెండెడ్ ఫర్ ప్రాస్పెరిటీ. సో ఇఫ్ అ పర్సన్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ CA అండ్ శని అండ్ కేతు వాళ్ళ దీంట్లో ఉంటే, ఇస్ ఇట్ రికమెండెడ్ ఆర్ వాట్ మేడం?
యూజువల్లీ కేతు ప్రొఫెషన్స్ తీసుకుంటే వాళ్ళకి బాగా అవుతుంది, బట్ అందరూ అదే ప్రొఫెషన్స్ చేసేక అయ్యలే కదా. సో దేర్ ఆర్ సర్టన్ రెమెడీస్ ఫర్ ఇట్ దట్ యు విల్ నో ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్ మేడం.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
Oppo A98 5G.
నమస్తే మేడం. నమస్తే మేడం.
నమస్కారం
క్లాసులన్నీ చాలా ఎక్సలెంట్ గా ఉన్నాయి. నేను ప్రతిసారి హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేస్తాను. ఇప్పటి వరకు ఛాన్స్ రాలేదు క్వశ్చన్ నాకు ప్రతి క్లాస్ లో.
ఓకే,
నాకు మెయిన్ డౌట్ ఏంటంటే మొదటి నుంచి కూడా అడుగుదామంటే ఇప్పుడు ప్రతి ప్లానెట్ లో రాశిలో అన్ని వాటి యొక్క కారకత్వాలు ఇస్తున్నారు కదా. ఇప్పుడు శని ఉందంటే బ్లాక్ కలరు అని వాటి, ఇప్పుడు రాహు కేతు అనేది అవి అంటే నీచ స్థితిలో ఉన్నప్పుడు వాటిని మనం ఫాలో అవ్వచ్చా? ఫాలో అవుతే ఇంకా ఎక్కువ చెడు జరుగుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు బ్లాక్ డ్రెస్, ఎల్లో డ్రెస్
అది రెమెడీస్ కి యూజ్ చేసే అట్లా ఒక ఇది అది. ఇప్పుడు అది ఏం ఫాలో చేయదండి.
వాయిస్ రావట్లేదు, మీది వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అయిపోయింది.
అంతా ఫుల్ క్లాసెస్ ఫినిష్
మేడం, మీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
ఎట్లా యూజ్ చేయాలని చెప్తాను.
మేడం, మీ వాయిస్
నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు హియర్. ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్షన్ ఏమో ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది మా.
లాస్ట్ టైం కూడా నేను మీ క్లాసెస్ కనెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు కూడా రాహుకేతు గ్రహం రోజు ఇట్లాగే చాలా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అయ్యేది. అప్పుడు కూడా మీరు చెప్పారు రాహుకేతు ఒక ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ ఇదని. అప్పుడు కూడా అలాగే చెప్పుకున్నాం.
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్ మా.
అంటే అదే అడుగుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఈ కేతుది అన్ని స్ట్రైట్ లైన్స్, దారాలని, సూదులని, అప్పుడు ఆ వాటికి సంబంధించిన పనులు చేయొచ్చా చేయకూడదా?
Ma, you are not audible at all. I am not able to hear you.
మీరు కూడా నాకు రావటం లేదు మేడం.
And I think she's asking about remedies.
Next person, please.
Yeah, Sarita.
Hello.
Sarita?
Madam, I am very happy that you are my mentor, madam. I am very blessed for that.
I think there's a lot of internet problem. I'm not able to hear any of you.
Are you able to hear me, madam?
Hello.
I think
Hello.
she's
Can
having.
you hear me?
No, I can hear you, Sarita, but I think madam is not able to hear you.
Okay. Actually, this was the small question. Okay.
Just post it in the group. I think, because she's disconnected now, so we'll probably end this session as well.